Hello, and welcome to Suffrage School. I'm Jessica Morandi, an undergraduate at Harvard College, and today I want to share with you an anti-suffrage periodical from the digital collections of Radcliffe's Schlesinger Library. We tend to focus on those who fought for the 19th Amendment, but women's suffrage had powerful opponents as well, including many women. Though some anti-suffrage arguments sound downright antique, others are still common today, including how statistics factored into their rhetoric. Let's take a look at anti-suffrage notes. The periodical was published in Massachusetts by the Cambridge Anti-Suffrage Association from 1914 until early 1918, when it merged with another anti-suffrage periodical to become the Woman Patriot. Highlighting patriotism during World War I gave anti-suffragists new ammunition, and one of their arguments was that election expenses had doubled under women's suffrage at the state level, and that this money should be going to the war effort instead. As you can see on the last page of the November 15th issue from 1917, financial statistics on election costs were presented in eye-catching charts intended to paint anti-suffragists as the fiscally responsible side. The article was framed as a correction of suffragists' misleading statements, implying that suffragists were either poorly informed or intentionally deceptive, both of which made anti-suffragists look more trustworthy in comparison. They ask, with such evidence of the unreliability of suffrage statements that are open to verification, is there any reason to believe their statements that cannot be verified? When the authors use phrases such as "don't take our word for it" and "you can see for yourself," they reveal an underlying assumption that conclusions based on statistics are objectively correct and indeed irrefutable. This type of assumption has an important history tied to the rise of statistics in the social sciences and most notably in arguments made to advance a new kind of scientific racism. At the end of the 1800s, studies of physical characteristics had failed to prove the inferiority of African Americans, so some scientists turned to the newly developing field of statistics. They conflated data with interpretation and drew conclusions far beyond the scope of the statistics themselves. Such misuses of statistics would remain unchallenged for decades, until well after the 19th Amendment was passed. I find this page of anti-suffrage notes a striking example of how statistics can be used to subtly claim ownership of the truth for one side of a debate, a political tactic which continues today. Yet as history reminds us, statistics hold the rhetorical weight that their contexts give them. To quote scholar Khalil Gibran Muhammad, "The numbers do not speak for themselves. They never have."